Hello, everyone. I'm truly excited today. I've got a very inspiring lady on the latest episode of the SDJ podcast. She is one of, comes from an inherited legacy of jewelers, and also she is the founder of Kazhal Jewels. She's a hypnotherapist as well as a pranic healer. So she's doing a lot of things, and truly amazing to have her. And it's such a privilege and honor to have her in this candid chat with me today. So we're going to share some insights on her journey and her entrepreneurial skills. So, welcome, Gayathrie, to this new episode. It's truly amazing to have you here, first of all.
Hi,
So,
Siddhant. Thank you so much for having me on this podcast. I'm very excited.
yeah, so to begin with, I want to start straight up. How did this, being a founder of Kazal Jewels, I want to know a little bit of the backstory. How did you start? And, a little bit brief on that. You've always been in the jewelry business, I know. So, I just want to know, when did you decide that you wanted to start your own label?
So basically, as you know, I've been in a jewelry business. My family business is Tribhuvandas Zavveri. I started working with my husband from when I got married. But when I moved to Delhi is when, um, I saw there was a gap in the market. I understand luxury. And I said that, there are people here that um, cannot get to jewelry the way they would like to get to jewelry. So um, jewelry felt heavy. Jewelry felt like it could only be inherited. Jewelry felt like it had to be sitting in the locker. So that gap of no, jewelry can be valuable even if it's not sitting in the vault. Jewelry can be worn every day. Jewelry does not have to sit in the, does not need to be passed on generation to generation. So that gap between inheriting jewelry and actually buying jewelry for yourself is the gap that I wanted to fix and cover. So I launched Kazal, which is a luxury brand that does high-end jewelry, but it puts a piece of jewelry into every woman's hand that wants to buy jewelry.
Lovely. But any business you start on an early days, there's always misunderstandings. So, what are the kind of misunderstandings you felt, that you faced in those early days?
Oh, yes, of course. Actually, so the misunderstanding was not really the product. People understood the product really nicely. But the misunderstanding was the minute I launched Kazal, people were like, oh, this is imitation jewelry. It's like a second option, or, it's not the real thing. So I think to change that perception for me, um, that was the misunderstanding that I had to clear, that this is not a second option. This is something that you can travel with, jewelry that's light, that's comfortable, that feels like you've chosen the jewelry, not only just inherited it.
Right.
So yes, there was a lot of misunderstanding, but I think as time is going by, people are understanding what this jewelry is and
Right.
how lovely it is and how within reach it is for every woman that wants to buy jewelry.
Right.
So yes, the misunderstanding was there, but it's clearing as the days are going by.
What is your vision or your legacy you're planning to build beyond diamonds?
Okay, so as you know, legacy definitely jewelry is something that's actually inherited, but legacy actually, according to me, something that you choose.
Yeah.
So when you inherit a piece of jewelry, it's like going from generation to generation. You take it out for special occasions and things like that. What I'm trying to do is not replacing that piece of jewelry, but actually, what I'm trying to do is create a legacy where people feel that's the piece of jewelry that they've chosen. That this stone is not what is important, but actually the feeling that is attached to the piece of jewelry you buy. Like even my jewelry, when people buy it for an occasion, for a party, for a 25th wedding anniversary, or a 18th birthday, or a wedding celebration, it's the thought that is connected to the piece of jewelry that's my legacy, not so much the stone or the piece of jewelry that it is. So yes, I think I'm creating a legacy which is um, going to outlive me saying that I can wear this jewelry, I can feel my power every single day without waiting to inherit that piece of jewelry.
Okay. And in a world of changing trends, how do you stay timeless, in terms of your designing?
So I think because the world is changing, is why my jewelry is so relevant.
Okay.
Because times are changing, people are traveling, gold and silver prices, as you know, are going through the roof, makes actually my jewelry very relevant and timeless because it's the story which is connected. Because people buy a lot of jewelry, like a woman today will buy 10 pieces, 20 pieces of jewelry.
Yeah.
The value could be crazy.
Yeah.
But the woman will only keep close to her heart the piece of jewelry that is got something emotional attached to it, something that she can relate to as a story. And that's what my piece of jewelry does. It gives them a story, it gives them the power to actually wear their jewelry without needing validation.
Right.
They buy it, they choose the jewelry, they wear it, they enjoy it. It's sitting on their dressing table. So, it's that's which makes it timeless. Not so much the fact that, oh, my grandmother gave it to me, or, my mother gave it to me. Though that, of course, holds a lot of value. But this is the changing trend, and it's going to be timeless in the times to come.
Right. And have you ever doubted your creativity? Have you ever had that moment, that you thought that, it's not happening and, you're having these self-doubts. So how did you clear that and move forward?
So I don't think creativity was my doubt,
Right.
but yes, my doubt was that I am here going trying to do. See, I've always operated this jewelry space is a very traditional space. It's been coming down for centuries. So my doubt actually was, will people understand my vision?
Right.
My vision that jewelry can does not have to come down the generations. My doubt was that people will understand, is it too different, is it something that people will be able to relate to understand that times are changing and that we have to change with it. And so, yeah, that I think was the only doubt, not so much the creativity part, because, like, I've been in the jewelry space for over 20, 22, 23 years.
Wow.
So as far as the design is concerned, or the creativity is concerned, or what kind of stones I'm going to use, actually comes very easy to me. Designing comes very, very easy to me.
Right.
So yes, it's just that the perception that I was trying to change is what I was worried about.
Okay. And what does resilience look beyond glamour to you?
Oh gosh, resilience. Yes, takes a lot of hard work. It's basically, even though you're exhausted, you have to answer to messages, and sometimes in the middle of the night, because I have clients all across the world. Um, it's about smiling when craziness is happening. It's about women calling me and saying, "Gayatri, I need this in 1 week." And I'm like, it's a whole process. So to balance all these things, it takes a lot of hard work, a lot of grit. I'm working 24/7.
Right.
And sometimes the factory is not working, and they say, "Ma'am, do you actually sleep at night? Like, do you?" Because I'm always working. So
Right.
it's really, I mean, there's a lot of hard work, because not only am I creating jewelry, but I'm
Right.
also creating something that's very different. So people are taking um, slowly but steadily, people are understanding what I'm doing, and their mindset is definitely changing. So it's a double thing I'm doing. I'm not only creating jewelry, but I'm also trying to change a perception.
Right. And what is that one kind of emotion you want your client or the bride to feel, when they wear Kazal?
Hmm. So yes, of course, I want her to look in the mirror. When she looks into the mirror, I want her to feel, this is what I chose for myself.
Right.
I want her to feel powerful. I don't want her to feel this was chosen for me. And that's what my jewelry gives a woman. It
Right.
gives a woman the power to wear her attitude, what she wants, without validation.
Right.
She will pick it up, buy it for herself because she loves it. And when she looks at herself, she says, "This is so me. This is what I want."
Right.
So that confidence, actually, it's more than confidence. It's ownership,
Right.
saying, "This is mine, and I bought it for myself."
Right.
So I think, yeah, that would be, the thought that she looks at herself and feels really sovereign.
How important, according to you, is trust in jewelry business, and what keeps you different from your competitors in today's day?
So I think there are two questions. So the first one is, what keeps me different from my competitors is, I think, just my sheer experience in this space.
Right.
Because I think over the last couple of decades, I've been exposed to such amazing jewelry
Right.
that I think my foresight of what I want to create becomes a lot easier. And of course, having the back end also sorted for me, because I understand manufacturing, I understand retailing. So I think I would like to believe I'm a step ahead of my competitors.
Right.
And what was the other question you said?
So how important is trust, in the jewelry business today?
Oh. I think it's the most important thing in the
Right.
jewelry business, because when somebody is buying a piece of jewelry, they're spending money,
Yeah.
they are buying a memory, they are sort of making sure that they're buying something which is worth the value, along with the fact that it feels beautiful. So
Right.
I think when you're trying to sell a piece of jewelry along, and like I said, because it's the perception I'm trying to change, it's a double reason why trust becomes very important.
Right.
So I'm very, very transparent with exactly the kind of stones that I use, the quality of stones, the metal that I use. So I think, yeah, it does make. I mean, I think it's what closes the sale eventually,
Right.
because
Uh,
there are a lot of people in the space doing
yeah.
similar stuff, but I think it's the trust that and the fact that I do have legacy in the
Right.
jewelry space.
Right. And how do you balance artistry with business discipline?
Okay, so I think one both of them go hand in hand with one another.
Yeah.
While I believe artistry is the soul of a business like mine, I think discipline becomes the spine of the business.
Right.
So in a very short sentence, I would like to say that I would never like my accountant to sit with the sketchbook.
Yeah.
So yes, so I think they both, so they both go hand in hand. I think both are very important,
Yeah.
and I am able to balance it because I keep the two aspects of my business separate from one another. When I'm creating jewelry, I let the artist in me completely create it. But when it comes to making business decisions of how that piece of jewelry is going to be portrayed to the market and all, that then, of course, the discipline comes in, because discipline is what is creating the legacy,
Right.
while artistry is the one that is creating the design.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so both are definitely hand in hand.
Right. Also, you wear many feathers to your hat. So you're not only a jeweler, but also I want to know a little bit about the hypnotherapy and the pranic healing that you do, I want you to share some light on that as well.
So yes, so I have been a jeweler for most of my adult life, but about 15 years ago, I was very interested in um, this world of um, alternative healing
Yeah.
modalities, and I've learned a lot, primarily for my own learning.
Right.
It is, I think, it's a fascinating world. I'm a certified hypnotherapist. I'm an erratic level pranic healer, and along with that, actually, I have just finished a course in Vastu
Okay.
and numerology.
Oh,
So
wow.
it's just something that really, this whole world really enamors me. And I think it also balances and gives me some sort of grounding, because I'm in such a glamour-filled world
Yeah.
of jewelry and with the celebrities, and such important women are always. So I think having this side and practicing these modalities, I think kind of gives me a lot of peace of mind and balance.
Right. Also, if I want to see probably Gayathrie, probably 5 years or 10 years down the line, what is the vision and targets you've set for yourself?
Oh, I think Kazhal is going to be a very important name in the jewelry business,
Okay.
and I would like to see stores all over the world and expand globally,
Okay.
and that is my vision. But more than that, my vision is to be able to change women's minds and perception that they carry about jewelry,
Right.
and to change that to understand that jewelry is fluid. It can travel with you. You can buy anything that you desire, and it's not out of reach for anybody anymore.
Right. Now it comes to a fun segment. This is the rapid fire round. These are going to be quick answers from your side just to know you more personally. So the first one would be diamonds or polki,
Definitely diamonds.
heritage or modern.
Modern.
One word that defines Gayatri.
Amazing.
Okay. One belief you live by daily.
Oh, I think my biggest belief is to live in the moment. I think a lot of us forget to live in the moment. We're either worrying about the past or worrying about the future. And I think the biggest thing and the most important thing is to live in the moment, live in the present 1 second,
Right.
and make your decisions based on that.
Right. Legacy or reinvention.
Reinvention, of course. Now that I have Kazal, yes, definitely reinvention.
One superpower you would like to use, if you were handed over any superpower, what would it be and how would you use it?
Mind changing.
Okay.
So that I can actually have people see what I see, the
Right,
shift in the luxury space. I would love to do that for sure.
right. One motto you stand by.
Um, be honest and hardworking, and
Right.
everything else will follow.
Okay. What is the kind of genre of music which you like to listen to, when you're probably having a stressful day?
Um, I think I'm a mantras person, so I listen to a lot of mantras every day. I, in fact, start my day listening to mantras. So, yes, I think that would be my go to if I'm stressed out.
Your favorite holiday destination to unwind.
Oh, many. I mean, I don't have one favorite, but I guess if you were to ask me, I think because Dubai has been home to me,
Right,
it carries on being one of my favorite destinations to go to even now.
right. What is your current favorite read? Which book you really, lately, or, it can be anything you've enjoyed totally reading?
So you know what? I actually read a lot of stuff that's got to do with modalities.
Right.
So I think there's a book called Everything is Rigged in Your Favor.
Okay.
Uh, I've read it. I've told many people to read it. It's a fantastic book.
Okay. What is, according to you, that one big difference between the millennials and Gen Zs of today?
Oh, I think practicality, I think.
Okay.
I think the Gen Z is so blatantly practical.
Right.
And I think it's absolutely great.
Right. Gayatri, I just want to know, a lot of young women, especially, who want to start their own business, they want to get into the jewelry business. It's a glamour business. What are the kind of attributes, one must have, and what is the direct message, from your side to them, which can probably help them, kickstart their business? What can really help them out to, because we have a lot of talent in our country, there's no dearth of talent in India, I feel. So, what do you think? But beyond the talent, they don't get a proper exposure or the right kind of someone or an atmosphere where they know, they can really thrive in that business. So, what is that message you'd like to tell them?
So definitely, Siddhant, there is a lot of talent in India, and the young generation is so talented that actually sometimes when you look at them, you're like, wow, this is amazing. So yes, I think the first and foremost thing would be to expand their mind and to believe that anything is possible. I think that would be the first step. Secondly, in terms of practicality, whatever line of work that they want to do, especially when it's glamour, it's important to connect with the right people who are veterans in the industry, try and speak to them, join groups where you can find like-minded people, and take your first step because I think it's the first step that is the most difficult. And I do believe destiny has a funny way of, sort of making things work for you. So yes, hard work, meeting the right people, connecting with the right people, um, having grit and conviction, and never giving up and
Right.
saying, you know what, I'm going to make it happen because the world is changing and there
Mm.
is, I mean, there's everything is possible in this world. It's
Mm.
not like the olden times where there were so many restrictions. So I think children these days are blessed with the kind of exposure they have, with the kind of knowledge they have that they're exposed to. That they should use that and definitely hard work, grit, exposure. I think that's all we need,
Right.
and a desire to succeed.
I couldn't agree more with you. These are actually the kind of attributes one must need, and also passion, the kind of passion, because without
Oh, passion
passion,
above all.
yeah,
For
you can't
sure,
do,
passion above all.
yeah,
I
you
think
can't,
I think no business can even take its first step if you're not passionate about what you're doing.
right.
Passion is definitely, I think it's the bane of any business
Yeah,
because you got to be able to eat, walk, sleep, drink, everything with that one focus that
yeah,
I need to make this work, and
yeah.
that's it.
Yeah, that's what because even I tell my own kids, that no matter whatever you do, even if you fail, but participate in something, be passionate about
Absolutely.
whatever you want to do, So unless you're not
And have
passionate,
belief that
yeah,
everything is possible.
yeah,
Anything is possible.
anything is
With the
possible.
right kind of attitude, you can achieve anything in this world.
Right. Yeah, I couldn't agree
So
more
yes,
with you.
absolutely.
So yeah. So that comes to the end of the episode. It was such a lovely time chatting with you, Gayatri. It's truly inspired me as a person as well, just seeing your amazing journey. And I'm sure all the people watching us today, they also must be so inspired by your words and they would be taking some learnings out of this episode. So thank you very much, for giving the time to do this kind of podcast with me. And
Thank you, Siddhant. You are too kind. You are very nice. Thank you so much for having me on your podcast. It means a lot to me.
yeah,
Thank you so
and
much.
I hope to see you on the other side whenever I'm in Delhi or you come to Calcutta. So hope to see you on another side for sure.
Absolutely. Would love to meet you.
No.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you. Bye bye.